ground is about 30 centimeters down. So not too bad. We dug a pretty big hole. This hole is going to let us do the extended column test, okay? It's, realistically, it's big enough to do a column test and an ECT if we're efficient with our space. So why don't we try, right? Because I only need 1.5 meters to do that, and I have a hole that is 1.80 meters. So I have a tiny little bit of room left over.
Step back.
Should have built it 10 centimeters wider if you have. Well, that's okay. So we're going to do the column test first, and the column test is basically the same as an ECT. First, we want to look and see if we can see any layers. Okay. Anybody see any layers in here? Two distinct kind of spots where it looks like
visible around, yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the first things we want to do, actually, now that I'm doing this, I might as well do it, right? You're gonna like feel for density changes. There's one right there. That's the one we were talking about earlier. Okay. Here, there, and then this one below is going to be disturbed. Okay, so that's pretty consistent with what we thought was going to happen, right? We thought we'd have some storm snow, a layer down lower, and then something by the bottom. There's another one in here that I didn't feel my density, but I can see it. It's right here. Right there. And after when you know what to look for, they kind of jump out. It's hard to tell in the shovel marks. I didn't do a pretty job of this, but that gives me an idea of where to watch when I'm doing my test. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is my saw has marking on it. So I'm going to cut nice and straight all the way down, and okay. Now I need to cut behind, so I'm going to cut out a little wedge. That's pretty normal. Yep. And on this side too, which is why I wish I had made this a little bit bigger. Now, I haven't actually done a good job of this yet. But since I'm going to do two tests, this first one is just like a preliminary, okay? So this one, I can tell right now it's not fully ice cream, and it won't be, okay? So it's just a guesswork. I'm going to put the ice like get it on there. Yeah, don't post that part anywhere. They'll be like, Nick, what are you doing? Okay. So then I want to cut this, and I want to look and see for my saw. Make sure that I can see my saw moving. Really nicely calm. And I'm going to leave my saw. So I've got a fully isolated column. Now, we're going to do 10, 10, 10, right? I don't think this one is going to go. I think one of these two. And probably in like the okay, no, I was wrong. 3. That was an easy 3 result. You guys see that?
Yeah.
See how it's going off? Planar. 2 different levels. Alright? Yeah. So that was an E3. Okay. That I'm not actually that worried about. That tells me like that's a surface wind slab. You could ski cut that. It would have to be huge to be life-threatening, right? Whatever. Later on, I'll be worried about that later in the year. Right now, oh no, is that 4? Okay. There we go. Hard 1. Right there. Okay? So, wasn't in the medium. That's good. Pull it up. This is what we're worried about. This is the thing that collapsed down there that I was trying to show you guys. We picked it out right here. Look how accurate we were. I got a mark right there. So this is useful. It also told me that this one here that I pointed out that I was thinking might be the top one didn't do anything. Right? That's good. Hard 1 result. What does that tell me? That I got a hard 1 result. Okay? It tells avalanche forecasters a lot. Is it like at this level? I don't know. It tells me that it's kind of cool that avalanches are semi-predictable. Okay? And that this is like what we're looking at, right? So this is probably buried surface water. I have to get my thing out to look. But one thing you can see is it's way shinier than the other snow, right? That tells me that it's not bonding as well, which is why it had a result. Okay. Cool. So now let's do our big test. Let's see if it propagates. So that test tells me if there's a reactive layer. This next test is going to tell me whether or not the reactive layer has a propensity to propagate. So what that means is, will it cause an avalanche? This thing said, yep, there's a layer there. Well, how useful is that? I don't know. Not that useful. So I cut this out, and I do my taps over here, and we get a result, and it shoots all the way across, planar. That tells me, oh boy, this is something to really think about. That is a much closer to a ski don't ski kind of thing. Still doesn't say, that one doesn't say you can ski it, but it certainly tells me I shouldn't ski it. Okay? If I get that like pop straight across, that's gonna make me go, nope, going home. Like, not worth it. I don't think we're gonna get that. I'd be really surprised if we did. And actually, I'm gonna need my backpack.
Are you doing it mostly in wind slab areas or how?
I picked this area because of the wind slab, but you want to do this on the most representative area of what you're going to ski, right? So if you want to ski this slope, do it on this slope because that's going to be what tells me, right? we're below the layer that we thought was a problem. Okay, so let's pull this out for a little bit. Properly. Never threw away properly last time. Maybe this time I will. Okay. So this, I'll do it from this side. I don't think we're going to get a real result. Okay? Could be wrong. Could be really cool. I think we're going to get a result. I think right here it's going to shear, and I think it's going to stop at about there. Let's see how right. Okay, so I got a semi shear here on easy 2. Expecting that. Okay, so after my easy 10, I have a shear across. It didn't propagate. Okay, so that was that one that we looked at before. Same thing, not as worried about it. No propagation. Nothing in the medium. Oops. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, awesome. Hey, there you go. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even see that. Okay. So, that was a collapse. This would be a sudden, like a non-planar shear. Okay, so it didn't follow one perfect line. It's non-planar. Result all the way across did propagate. So more worrisome than I thought. Okay, kind of cool, right? So we're gonna continue. That was on 4. I'm gonna do the rest and see if anything happens, and then I'm gonna pull it off, and we'll take a look at it. There we go. Hey, that's a planar shear. That was what we were looking for. Perfect. Scary. Tells us a lot of stuff. So, this is buried surface hoar. I can tell you that just by looking at it right now. We've got buried surface hoar layer. This is one of the avalanche problems in the bullet. Buried surface hoar layer. This is down 50. Planar shear. Right? So we had 3 different results, which is really neat. It tells us that maybe we need to be heads up. If you want to come take a look, I'm not going to move this right now, but it's cool to take a look and see. If you look at the crystals, you can actually see the preserved buried surface form. You know,